All right, folks, we're still here at Holy Cross Cemetery of Culver City, California. I'm still here in the Catholic Grotto section. Right in front of you there, you can see my finger. I'm pointing to the grotto of St. Mary. Catholics go in there and light candles. Over here to the left is Sharon Tate's grave. If you didn't catch my other video on Sharon Tate, I'll put a link in the description and you can listen to it. It turned out to be one of my most popular video, my most widely viewed. I didn't think it would get the number of views that it did. But right next to Sharon Tate are buried Marian and James Jordan. Those two were hugely famous and popular in the 30s, 40s, 50s. They did a comedy routine called Fibber McGee and Molly. It started in 1935 on the radio. It ran for 14 years on the radio. You can get the whole series on YouTube. I listened to one of their acts. Fibber McGee was always coming out with these ideas, these get-rich-quick ideas, very similar to Ralph Cramden on The Honeymooners, or Fred Flintstone in the Flintstones. I think those comedy acts were based on Fibber McGee and Molly. Molly was always the sensible one in the couple that was just trying to keep her husband straight. And when Fibber McGee's ideas fell through, she was there to pick up the pieces. And he loved her and appreciated her sterling character. But their acts were enormously funny back in the day. There was no obscene humor that I know of. I listened to one of their comedy acts, and I thought it was funny. The thing is, I didn't think it was hilarious like that live audience did back in the 30s and the 40s. I mean, they cracked up at these jokes. Maybe it's a generation gap, but they made comedy work without being obscene. I think Eddie Murphy and some of the others today could learn a lesson from James and Marian Jordan. Anyway, their grave is right here. Let's take a walk to it. Okay, now this is Sharon Tate's grave. As I said, I'm going to put a link to her video and her little child Paul, who died in the Charles Manson murders. And right next to the Tates is James and Marian Jordan. There they are. They were both hardworking people. James was a veteran of World War I. He was served in France. After he got out, they got married in 1918. They got right into the new medium of radio. And their Fibber McGee and Molly act just resonated with the World War I and World War II generations. They carried it on for 14 years, from 1935 to 1959. And their characters, Fibber and Molly McGee, even came out in 4 movies. So there they are. Marian unfortunately died at the age of 62. If I recall, I think she had a cancer issue and she died. So James outlived her nearly 30 years. Right after she died, he got married again. But here they are together. He died at 91. So James and Marian Jordan. These were professional comedians. Much of the material they wrote themselves, but they kept it clean. As far as I know, I mean, if any of you are Fibber and Molly McGee experts and I'm wrong about the lack of obscenity, let me know in the comments. I don't think I am. I mean, obscenity just wouldn't get past the censors back in the early 20th century. But there they are. They made people laugh without being obscene, and they carried on for decades with that. Rest in peace, James and Marian. The world appreciated your humor.